today we're solving equations with variables on both sides. We're going to start with a small review with 2 vocabulary words. We have variables, which is a letter or a symbol used to represent a quantity that can change. For example, 5x plus 3, where x represents the variable. Now we also have constant, which is a value that does not change. And for instance, 0, 5, negative 2. Now, on a side note, in order to do these equations, we're going to use algebra tiles. We have a green tile representing 1. We have a pink tile representing negative 1. So when you group them together, you have 1 minus 1 equals 0. And once you have this group, you can go ahead and remove them. We also have a red tile representing x, and we have a blue tile representing negative x. And if you group them together, you have x minus x equals 0. And when you have them together, you could also move them away. Now let's go ahead and start with our first problem. We have negative x plus 2 on the left side of the equation. We have equals to 2x minus 4 on the left side. And what we're going to do with the algebra tiles, first we're going to draw an equation mat. On the left side, we're going to draw a red triangle representing the left side of the equation, this part. And we're going to draw an equal sign representing the equal sign. And we're going to draw another red triangle on the right side representing the left side of the equation. The right side of the equation. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to write each step as we go. On the right side of your paper, we have negative x plus 2 equals 2x minus 4. Let's go ahead and put our tiles on each side. What we're going to do, we're going to put a negative x, which is a blue tile. We also have a constant of 2 on the left side. So we're going to put 2 green tiles. 1, 2. This display represents the left side. Let's go ahead and represent the right side of the equation on this side of the equation mat. So we have 2 x's. We have 1, 2 reds, and we also have for our constant negative 4. So we're going to use 4 pink ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have negative 4 there. Now what we want to do is move our variable all to one side. So we're going to put an x on both sides, because we're moving all the x's to the right side. So let's go ahead and also write that step down. So we added 1x on both sides. So let's go ahead and remove our 0. We have a blue x and a red x, so that equals 0. And we have none on the right side. So let's see what we have. We have 1, 2. We have 3 x's. 1, 2, 3 x's. We have negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So let's see what we have here. Negative x plus x equals 0, so you don't have to write the 0, plus 2. We write the equal sign. We have 2x plus x equals 3x. We have minus 4. And that's what we have on the equation mat. Now our goal is just to have the variables on one side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove these negative ones, which is negative 4. So we're going to use the opposite color. So let's put 4 green ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you do on one side, you must do onto the other side to make it balance. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead and remove our zeros. We're removing these here. So what we just did, we added 4 on both sides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the left side. So that's 2 plus 4. It does equal 6. Now we are seeing what we have on the right side. It's 1, 2, 3, x. So we have 3x here. I forgot my equal sign. So we have negative 4 plus 4 equals 0. So we don't have to write our 0. And we see that there's no constants on this side. Now what we want to do, we want to find out what one variable equals, what 1x equals. So we have 3 x's. So let's go ahead and group them equally in 3 sets. It's 1, 2, 3. 3 groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. So we divided that even. But we want to know what what 1x equals. So let's go ahead and remove one group, another group. So what we did is we divided them by 3. So what we have is on the left side 1, 2. So we have 6 divided by 3 equals 2. We have the equal sign. And we divide it by 3. So we have 3x divided by 3. So we just have an x. So we have 2 equals x. Another way to write this is x equals 2. Let's go ahead and do our other problem. This is a word problem. We have a taxi company charges a flat fee of $4 and an additional $2 per mile. Another taxi company charges a flat fee of $2 and an additional $4. Find the number of miles for which the charges for both taxi companies will be the same. So our first step, we want to write the equation. So we have a taxi company that charges a flat fee of $4 and an additional $2 per mile. We also have another taxi company that charges a flat fee of $2 and an additional $4 per mile. So let's write this equation first. We have $4 as our flat fee, and we know it's $2 per mile. So it's 2 and our variable is x. We're going to do the equal sign right there. Now the other taxi company charges $2, which is a flat fee, plus an additional for every 4 miles. And remember, our first step we're going to do now is draw an equation map. So we have one triangle, red triangle here, an equal sign, and another red triangle. Okay. Now let's go ahead and display them on the equation map. We have 4 as our constant on the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 x's, so we're using 3 red tiles, 1, 2. On the other side of the equation, on the right side, we have 2 as our constant, 1, 2. We also have 4x, so we're going to use 4 red tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write this step. We're going to go ahead and write the steps again on the right side of your paper. So I have 4x plus 2x equals 2 plus 4x. Our first step again, we're going to put the variables on one side. So we're going to we're going to put 2 blue tiles on each side. Remember, what we do to one side, we must do it to the other side. So we added, we did 2 blue tiles. So that's 2 negative x. What we're going to do is remove all zeros. That's 1 0 away, removed. We're going to remove this other 0. So now we see we have no variables on the left side. So let's go ahead and do that also on the right side of the mat. That's another 0 and another 0. Let's see what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go on the right side of our paper. So we have 4. So we have 4 here. 2x minus x. You don't have to put 0. But we are going to bring down the equal sign. Let's see what we have on the right side of our equation mat. We have 1, 2. So it is 2 right there if you see. And we have 2 red tiles. So it's 4x minus 2x equals 2x. So it does show what we have. Our goal is to have the variables on one side. So let's go ahead and we're going to add to our equation mat, 2 pink tiles, which are -1 each. What we do on one side, we must do it to the other side. So we went ahead and did -2 on this side too. So we're subtracting it. So let's see what we have. Let's go ahead and remove the zeros. That's 1 0 there and another 0. So this side we stayed with 2. Let's go ahead and remove it also on the right side. This makes a 0 as well. Let's see what we have. We have 1, 2. We have 2 green tiles, which represents 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we have also 3 red tiles, which is 2x. So let's go see what we have. It's 4 minus 2 equals 2. Let's bring down that equal sign. So 2 minus 2 equals 0. We don't have to write that down. We have 2x. Let's go ahead and bring that down. We want to group this equally. We have 2 sets of groups, so that's 1 group, 2 groups, since we have 2 red tiles. But our goal is to find out what 1x equals. So let's go ahead and remove that group. So we have 1 equals x. So what we just did, we grouped them together. So we have, so that equals 1 equals x. So 1 equals x. Now, what I want y'all to do for homework, I want you to try these problems at home and bring them back to class tomorrow. Now have a nice evening and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.